Gentlemen, let's start with DFS here. Who are you looking at on the mound tonight, Garion?
Yeah, there's a lot of good pitchers at the top end of this slate, but I'm gonna go with a guy who's sort of more in that like middle class tier, and that's Aaron Ashby, who's $8,600. The Nationals aren't really a team that have struck out a ton this season. They've got some guys in that lineup that just are hyper elite contact hitters like Keibert Ruiz. However, I don't think any of that matters with Ashby. I'm not too concerned about opponent when it comes to Aaron Ashby's strikeout upside. This is someone who has 21 strikeouts in his last 12 innings thrown. It's really just about volume with Ashby, and he seems locked into that Brewers rotation right now. I don't think there are any concerns with his pitch count. Really, the only knock you can have on someone like Ashby is he walks too many opposing batters, which is a flaw, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we're talking about someone who has, 2 off-speed pitches with a whiff rate exceeding 33%. We're talking about someone whose sinker induces a 64% ground ball rate. Like, if I had to create a pitcher in a lab, I think he would look a lot like Aaron Ashby. So the fact you can get him at a price point sub 9K against a team that has the lowest isolated power in the National League, in the Nationals, a team that really doesn't pose that much of an offensive threat, I think you have to take Ashby every time.
Erik, who's your guy on the mound tonight?
Gary and I often end up in similar places, and we're at a similar place here, although technically not the exact same player. I'm going to go with Spencer Strider, who a lot of the things that can be said about Ashby can be said about Strider too. Strider's just a little bit less proven, and therefore he's also cheaper at just $7,000. He opened the year in a relief role like Ashby did, moved into the rotation in late May after looking excellent as a multi-inning reliever. Between the two roles, he's got a 2.76 ERA, and the ERA estimators more or less back that up. Even the more pessimistic ones are in the 290s. He's striking out a ton of guys. 36.8% strikeout rate is the best in the league among pitchers who have thrown at least 30 innings this season. He is walking too many guys. 13.5% walk rate is a problem. And there's a worry about his innings. In those 2 starts, he's topped out at 4 1/3. And it's tough to roster a pitcher in daily fantasy when he doesn't even have a chance to go 5 and get a shot at a win. But I think he can make that jump from 4 1/3 to 5 innings here because he gets the Pirates. It's just not that hard to go 5 innings against the Pirates. He probably doesn't even need to throw more pitches than he did in his previous starts. Pirates are 28th in the league in team WRC plus this season. So I think he gets even 5 innings and the win here and quite a lot of strikeouts to show for it.